As you can see, it's pretty easy to grow pea pods. You just got to give them a little bit of support. These are some really tall little guys making some great food for us. And I wanted to show you a quick little tip on lettuce. If you take a scissors and you cut it, it will grow back. In a few days, these leaves will all shoot up so you can eat those again. Just want to give you a little tour here. This is my baby asparagus that I have growing. And the big bushy stuff right here is celery. So the celery's on the outside. And next year all the asparagus will be all happy. And I've got a little bit of peas here, or green beans, excuse me. And some zucchini with some fencing because it's going woohoo! And it's really happy. These are my beets. I have a little row of beets. I've never grown those before, so that's new for me. And I'm trying to train my cucumbers to grow up onto this trellis because they can overtake a garden. And what I want to happen is they'll keep growing up and over so they have some support. I have a little bit of watermelon that came here from last year. The seeds went crazy and I just let them go. Got a little carrot patch, kohlrabi that I'm trying to sprout to gather some seeds. But the fun part I want to share is my potatoes. So all of these potatoes are grown differently. These are in the ground. These are in laundry baskets, and I'll explain that in a minute. Have some sweet potatoes over there. This is my little potato experiment where I took my feed bags from horse and poultry feed and I rolled the bag down, cut some slits for drainage, and planted different varieties of potatoes. And as they grow, I add soil to the tops and roll the bag up so when they're done growing, I'll have 50 pounds of potato bag here and it can just continue to grow up, up, up. You do bury the leaves, which feels weird as a gardener, but you bury the leaves and leave the top sticking up so it still gets sunlight to keep feeding the bottoms, and they just continue to grow upward. As for these crazy looking things, these are dollar store basket, laundry basket, and I lined them with paper bag, and I planted potatoes in them in early May, a month before we were able to plant outdoors in Minnesota. And they're growing beautifully, so you can grow food inside the house. I have my little onions here, and you'll see some stinging nettle plants. I do leave those in there because they're medicinal. They're actually anti-inflammatory when you make them into a tincture. But I do want to focus on these potatoes. So you can grow these in the house and harvest them. I have different varieties. I have some that are early, some that are fall. So you can grow different varieties year-round inside. And I have a little bit of blueberries growing here. I have a couple down there and a big patch over here. There's some red raspberries over there. Have some yellow raspberries over here. So that's my little tour. One of the things that my plants really like is this organic chicken poo. It does smell as bad as you think it might, but it works really great. And the other thing that I do is I take my potato peelings, I dry them in the oven, and I grind them in a coffee grinder, and I put them back on the plants to increase potassium, as well as eggshells, my chicken eggs. I grind those up, so everybody gets a little bit of natural, organic, reusable fertilizer. And I don't know if you noticed, but my garden boxes are all recycled pallet wood. We just put them together with corners to reinforce them. We're in the middle of putting this fence up. This is the poles that the pallets were attached to. They were 10-foot steel poles. So we're going to have 2 rows of wire to keep the deer out. So I like to recycle. If you like these tips, let me know. I'd appreciate it. Happy gardening!